list this property as is for about $250,000. But since putting in the renovations, that allows the seller to sell it at $310 or better. Okay, so we're here at our Marty condo project. And remember, this is the one that we partnered up with Lauren Halvorsen from Realty Concepts. The condo is completed. We've done some beautiful renovations and we can't wait to show you. So come on in. If you remember from the before pictures, this was all carpet and the carpet was not in good condition, let's just say that. It had a lot of pet damage throughout. And so the carpet was throughout the living area, all the way through the dining area here and in the bedrooms. And so we pulled that up. We had to actually treat the concrete. It's a little bit of contrast, the stair rails. And then if you notice with the fireplace here, we used that iron ore color. This is one of our favorite colors that we like to use recently. And so we matched that with the handrails on the staircase and the beams too. So they painted the beams that iron ore color so it all kind of flows together. Just really beautiful. And then you can see the walls are lightened up and they're all one color throughout. So that's one of the things that we always like to do in our seller mini makeovers is paint and flooring. And then if you remember, this was all open. So we actually converted this space into another bedroom, which is very useful and functional. You couldn't quite figure out what to do because you had the eating area, like dining area on one side and then an opening to this room, and it just was very choppy. So what we did is we closed in this wall and added a door, and now you have a bedroom. So we have 3 bedrooms instead of 2, which is great. The seller had already done some updating in the kitchen, but we added a new stove, and then you see this beautiful backsplash. This is actually stick and peel backsplash, but it just looks great. We also change out the pools. That makes a huge difference. It moderns it up, and so we did that throughout as much as possible. We replaced the carpet and treated the concrete. So this is a nice neutral color and combination. It'll be good for the next owners because it will hide dirt and things. It's nice to have a little variation in your carpet, not just to go one solid color. We had a walk-in tub that was originally in this bathroom, and that doesn't appeal to everyone. We added a tub and enclosure in here, just kept it open. So we could have put a shower curtain here, but we just really wanted to open this up so people could see. It's nice and clean, light colors. Let's go upstairs. I want to show you the suite. This room feels very spacious, but just painting it, installing the carpet. Before, it was very outdated and there was a cabinet here. It was very tight. So we eliminated that. And then we added this beautiful vanity. I love it. And then changed out the lights too. So again, just giving it that modern feel. And sometimes it's just easier to find something like this rather than try to build, cabinets for the area. This is just really easy to find. The agent had her first open house and she had over 10 sets of people this last weekend. So we're very excited that she's gonna get this home in escrow soon and just think it was a great partnership. When we looked at this property with the seller and went over the numbers, if the seller had sold directly to an investor who would have wanted to flip this property, the investor would have needed to get this property at $225,000. Now, if the seller wanted to just list this property as is, Lauren could have listed it as is on the multiple listing system for about $250,000. But since putting in the renovations and helping the seller do the seller mini flip, that allows the seller to sell it at 310 or better. So Lauren has it listed at 310,000. We are hopeful that they'll get that price or better. For all of you agents out there with sellers who are on the fence because they feel overwhelmed and they need to do specific material repairs to their house, or just feel like their house isn't going to get them the price that they want, we would love to sit down with you, run the numbers. And if you're an agent who has a listing that's sitting on the market, then we could definitely sit down with you and help you too. So if the reason your listing is sitting because of the condition that it's in versus the price that the seller is asking, maybe there is a way that our team can help your seller get where they need to be. In a lot of cases, the seller just wants to move forward and they don't know how to do it. They don't know where to start, or maybe their property is listed and they're really hoping for this price, but their property isn't in the condition that it needs to be to get there. That's where Style Redefined comes in, and we would love to meet up with you and talk about your property.